Hi, this is Jacqueline Taggart, Jackie, and I'm here to talk about Lankshear and Knobel's Introduction to Digital Literacies. The piece is a fairly short piece, and it talks mainly about the definition of digital literacies and also how they are used in education and how that definition changes based on different theorists' interpretation. I felt in reading it that they were grounding how they were putting together the contributors to their book quite well, but I didn't really buy into some of the ideas they had about digital literacy and how important it was that it be specifically defined as more than one way of approaching literacy or understanding the meaning of digital technology, mainly because literacy in itself is a way of understanding, and I don't think that it necessarily has to be limited to being able to read and write. It's a way of communicating, and I think digital literacy is a way of communicating in a digital forum, in a digital channel. And one of the things that Lankshear and Knobel talk about is how important it is that the classroom, which is no longer functioning and reaching the various people in the classroom, should take on and be redesigned in the constructs of the digital world. And the question that I have is that with the speed to obsolescence of technology today, how quickly would any classroom structure that changed to that format, whether it's today's Facebook and other social spaces like MySpace, or if it's blogging, or if it's video logs like this, how quickly will that be obsolete? And so I think that instead of grounding in an understanding of what communicating is and how important it is to master the tools, whatever they be, if it is the ability to read, if it is the ability to turn on a video camera like this and create some kind of video log, which isn't very sophisticated, but I hope is getting the point across, then that enables me to be digitally literate. Less so than some, less proficient, but not illiterate. And so that's what my question is. Where do you draw the line on investing in a structure that you know will be obsolete probably more quickly than you can get it widely dispersed? And that's particularly important because Lankshear and Knobel talk about the differences in economic and social position and the disadvantaged, per se, youth who aren't able to read after grade 4 because they don't have the parental support, how they assume this is going to change in a digital world where the latest technology is made available to the early adopters. And yes, you could say it gets into the hands of the socially disadvantaged in various means, perhaps legal and otherwise, but in terms of wide distribution, just putting that in the classroom isn't going to address that disparity between the socially advantaged and the disadvantaged. One of the quotes that I'd like to read out, there are several good quotes I felt, but on page 3, they talk about, according to this ideal, digital literacy enables us to match the medium we use to the kind of information we are presenting and the audience we are presenting it to. And you see, I don't really think that that's unique to digital literacy. One of the basic ways of putting together a communication plan is to understand your audiences, understand what message in the communication is going to resonate for them and engage them, and putting together your message and your story that way. And so that is not unique to digital literacy. It's just a new channel. And that would be where I really disagree with them. On page 4, they talk about digital literacy can be seen as a framework for integrating various other literacies and skill sets without the need to encompass them all or to serve as one literacy to rule them all. And I think that that is probably a fair statement, that it is another construct, another way of putting a message out and creating an opportunity for people to engage with it and to have it accessible to them where they will reach it. And I think that's the most important thing to understand about digital technology, is that it expands our range of channels. and our range of being accessible to people with what we want to share with them. And in the terms of education, it's a way that people who may be discouraged to read Pride and Prejudice may actually go online and download a short snippet of a video production of it on YouTube and think, hey, this is cool and I like this story. And now that I've watched it in 8-minute snippets on YouTube, I'm actually going to pick up the book and read it. And that can apply. That's just one example, but there are lots of other examples of it. Anyway, I'm probably close to my 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop now, and I look forward to any comments. Thanks. Bye.